It's all come down to this. Just 4 teams remain in contention for the Canadian Women's Curling Championship. It's quarterfinal day at the Scott Tournament of Hearts. And one of those teams, Alberta's Cathy Borst. What a week it's been for the skip they call Snow White. Nothing bashful about the way she's played. In fact, everything has been very happy for the team from the Otwell Curling Club. But standing in her way, the Cinderella of this year's championship, Rebecca Jean MacPhee and her team from Charlottetown. Rebecca Jean, just 20, just out of junior, and she sees a championship. You expect this woman to be in contention. Connie Laliberty and her team from Manitoba, the 2-time Canadian and a world champion. Laliberty and her team from the Fort Rouge Curling Club finished first in the round robin, and now get ready to play the 2-time defending Canadian and world champion Sandra Peterson. What a matchup. That comes your way tonight as we feature 2 games here on quarterfinal day in Calgary. The standings after 17 draws of round-robin play. Manitoba all alone in first place at 10-1, followed by Alberta, Prince Edward Island, and Team Canada. They being the 4 teams to qualify. Ontario at 4 losses eliminated, as well as British Columbia and Saskatchewan at 5. On through Nova Scotia, Virginia Jackson gave it her best, but wasn't able to win one here at the Scott Tournament of Hearts. So in our opening quarterfinal, we will feature Cinderella against Snow White, MacPhee, Borst, PEI against Alberta.
The 1995 Scott Tournament of Hearts from Calgary, Alberta. Brought to you by Scott Paper. We care about the...
Everyone, and welcome back to the Max Bell Center, TSN's continuing coverage of this 1995 Scott Tournament of Hearts. So we're down to the final 4. Yes, it is quarterfinal day, and we have our 4 teams. We have our first place team, certainly, in Manitoba, finishing at 10-1. But as you saw in the standings, 3 teams tied for second at 8-3. So how did we determine the seedings of second, third, and fourth? Well, late last night at 10:30 local time, Alberta stepped onto the ice with Prince Edward Island, and Cathy Borst won that one, 8-3. And then Cathy was back on the ice at 8:30 this morning, local time, to play Team Canada and Sandra Peterson. And Peterson won 6-2 with a steal of 3 in the 10th, so a game much closer than the score might indicate. And so now it is Team Canada. They are second in seedings, followed by Alberta and PEI, setting up the game now between Alberta and Prince Edward Island, respectively, third and fourth. For all these teams, though, it's an awful lot of curling in a short period of time, Linda.
Well, it's been a week of highs and lows for the PEI team. A great week, finishing, of course, in the playoffs. But let's just take you back. During the week, an injury forced replacement player Susan McInnes to come in at lead. PEI held tough through that. Then they get through the round robin, finishing at 8-3, thinking maybe they've even got second place tied up. But with 1 draw left, they're then forced into a tiebreaker. Through it all is a very cool Rebecca Jean MacPhee, the skip for PEI. She's been very impressive, but they have lost twice so far to Alberta, both in the round robin and the tiebreaker. So today, when they have to win, she's going to keep her cool and have to play very well.
Well, it's a new day and a new game. And Cathy Borst, though, has had a wonderful 24 hours. This is her 5th game. I asked them earlier, what have you been doing with your time lately? But you know, they played a lot of games, but they played them well. They had a great game this morning with Sandra Peterson, and it's always nice to come off a game like that. They were only 1 down coming home, and they got themselves into a little trouble and couldn't get the 2 to win. She got a big game from Maureen Brown. I think that's going to be the key this afternoon. She needs top shots from those curlers to stay alive. Vic?
So when we come back to the Max Bell Center, it will be our opening quarterfinal game. It is sudden death for Prince Edward Island and Alberta. It's quarterfinal day at the 1995 Scott Tournament of Hearts. It's the opening quarterfinal of this 1995 Scott Tournament of Hearts. And instead of 4 sheets in play, there is just 1. And for this opening quarterfinal, Ray, they've selected sheet B.
Well, the ice has been fantastic all week long. Shorty, Jenkins, and Hans Vucic have really outdone themselves. It's been consistent. Let's look at it. To get around the center guard, to start off with, you'll take just outside the edge of the forefoot, and you'll get the move, about 2.5 feet. as the game progresses, you're going to have to start moving that broom out a little bit because it starts to swing more, like so. Now, if you're going behind the corner guard, same thing applies. About 2.5 to 3 feet to get behind that corner guard, like so. But as the game goes along, 4th, 5th end, you're going to need more ice because it's going to swing more. A couple of things to watch for. Be careful when you step up the weight, especially from the outside in shot, because it runs very, very straight. It doesn't fall back, will run straight. If you're coming from the inside out shot, you'll take about a foot of ice, and if you keep the weight up, it'll run true. This area here gets a little quick sometimes, and it gets as fast. It starts off about 23 seconds from the hog line down there to the tee line here, but it moves up to about 24, even 25, Linda. But the key is it's being consistent, being great, great curling ice.
Yeah, my eyes are kind of going across.
Cathy Borst, Rebecca Jean MacPhee back on the ice again. They played last night, and it was an 8-3 win for Alberta. As we meet the two leads, it'll be Susan McInnes throwing lead stones for Prince Edward Island. Kate Horn for Alberta. Now, because they're seated third, Alberta has the last rock in this first end. They've also chosen yellow stones, and so PEI throwing first, playing red, and this is Susan McInnes.
My zone.
Two very interesting matchups today. Here we have the less experienced skips, Rebecca Jean MacPhee and Cathy Borst. Cathy having participated in mixed and junior events, but not Scott Tournament of Hearts events. And then, of course, this evening we have former champions Connie Laliberty and Sandra Peterson taking the ice. So should be very interesting to see how these two matches progress today.
It will be interesting to see how they play. For example, in the game last night, Cathy Borst played Sherry Anderson, and I think we had 7, if I'm not mistaken, 7 blank ends. So you know, she played very wide open and very clean. Now, you had said earlier in the week, Linda, that she had said to you that she likes to play that way, and her line scores kind of obviously, you know, show that. But Rebecca Jean has closed a number of ends, more so than Cathy, I think. So it'll be interesting to see how they both approach this game.
As Linda mentioned, Susan McInnes called into service with the injury to Lou-Anne Henry earlier this week when she stumbled while sweeping a stone. And we understand she's recovering nicely, receiving treatment every day here at the MacPhee Center. Some muscle pulls in her right leg.
It's the kind of thing that Susan McInnes is a great player. She's played just tremendously since she came in, but it's just a little unsettling, and I was very impressed with how cool all the PEI team were when that little injury happened and how well they've played since then.
Okay, Kate.
She was inside right from the offset because you heard Cathy Borst shout right away, hurry, hurry.
Marion McCauley is the second for Prince Edward Island. Ready to throw, it is Deanne Shields for Alberta.
Whoa. Her weight. Whoa. Good weight.
Our viewers should keep in mind that the loser of this game is out, and the winner gets a chance to play the loser of the Laliberty Sandra Peterson game.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Clean.
That was probably the difficult part about the tiebreakers. Although it was to rank the teams second, third, and fourth, it didn't eliminate anybody. So it's really hard to know how to go into those matches. And for Alberta having to play so many, that was probably very, very tough to get up for those. But certainly, this is the one you must be up for.
Well, you're right, and I think fatigue can enter into it. But I think my belief or my feeling, I think that the way they played those two games is a plus for them because they really felt good about both the games. They come off those games. I talked to Cathy this morning, and she said, you know, we really played well. We should have beat Sandra. She felt in her heart that they should have beat them, you know, or had a chance to beat them. So when you're playing the world's best, when you play Sandra Peterson, they're the world champions. And until beaten, They are. That's it. They're the best in the world by far. So
Same weight. Same weight.
last year, they just devoured the rest of the world. Their toughest competition, of course, is right here in this event all year long.
Yep.
I think, Linda, maybe the
Little more.
greatest letdown for Alberta may have come in the 17th round when they knew if they could beat Saskatchewan, they could have avoided all this tie-breaking. They could have sat at 2 losses, and maybe that's when the letdown would have occurred, saying, oh, well, now look what the jackpot we're in. Playing third stones, Kim Dolan for PEI, Maureen Brown for Alberta.
Well, you're right, Vic. And the interesting part about a round robin is that you have to play everybody. And it turned out that Alberta's last game was against a team out of the playoffs, and they're more relaxed. And Saskatchewan played a terrific game and beat Alberta 4-2. And those are the kind that you hate to lose, because it could have certainly determined your own destiny.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yep. Whoa.
So a tendency I think we've seen the entire week. Into the rings, and then a wide open first stand.
I think it was the game against Ontario that Maureen Brown really impressed us. She had an early miss in the first end. She did have one miss, and then after that, I couldn't remember a miss. She just played very, very well for her skip.
Well, in her game against Rebecca Jean last night, she curled 90%. That's a lot of shots.
That's right. It's a very nice draw. It's a little more difficult to find the weight when you're drawing a little closer to this side of the ice. And it's positioned so that you have to be a little bit careful how Kim hits this.
Yep. Yep.
You can see the amount of ice that Rebecca Jean took just on the edge of the stone. And if you keep your weight up, it'll run pretty straight.
Kim Dolan gets the inside rule. The Alberta third, Maureen Brown. Here in the first end of this opening quarterfinal. Well, there she is, Rebecca Jean MacPhee, just 20, right out of junior curling. Cathy Borst skipping this team, the Alberta champions from the Otwell in Edmonton. First skip stone.
Rebecca Jean's going with the outside in turn, in this case the in turn. Sometimes you're a little careful about playing down the center of the ice at the beginning of the game until you see it played a little bit. It's sometimes tricky.
Once again, it's been an unbelievable week, Vic, Linda, of hospitality from the local organizing people to the food they've served in between games to us, and the Scott paper people, of course, have just gone bent over backwards for all of us. So just once again, we'd like to thank everybody. We've had a wonderful week here. It's a great little facility. It's the perfect size for an event of this nature. And then, of course, they even adjusted the weather for us.
That's right.
Chinook has been here the entire week. In fact, it got so warm.
Next year it's up anyways, not quite control.
Here with us early in the week, Monday. They had to hose down the roof of the Max Bell Center because of the heat buildup. Fear of losing the ice.
Yep.
First stone for the Alberta skip. Cathy Borst here in the first.
Hurry! Hurry! Quick! Hurry! Yep! Yep! Hurry! Keep that shot, Cap.
bit of an indication of Alberta's style of play. During the 17 draws, obviously the 11 games that they played, Alberta had 20 blank ends where PEI only had 7. So Alberta tended to play more open, more blank ends. Obviously, there was that game against Saskatchewan that they had a number of them. But in the first end especially, they will keep it very wide open. And
Same weight.
this is another example of that.
Well, it was only in the last couple of draws where Rebecca Jean
Plain.
may have struggled.
Plain only.
She was ranked #1 most of the round robin in terms of
Plain.
skips.
It's good. Stop, Rebecca. Good.
Right on the nose, and so Cathy Borst will be forced to play a hit. Look for the roll to blank this opening end.
Rebecca Jean has showed a great deal of composure for someone her age, and it's the kind of shot she's had to make to win a couple of games. And she really just, you know, took her time, and those are the kind of things you watch for, little things about you know, those last shots to win, and if they change you at all. And she is very composed and good clean releases and all those major shots. So this young lady as well as obviously got a lot more experience curling, because she's had experience at the national level and juniors, but finally got back to her first tournament of hearts.
And she gets the roll out to force the blank here in this first end of play. Prince Edward Island, Alberta, the opening quarterfinal of this 1995 Scott Tournament of Hearts. The winner goes on to the semis.
Oh, my dream. I see myself sitting beside a big York stone fireplace. Have a place close to the seashore where we could sit and watch the sunset with a glass of wine.
CIBC Personal Vision Financial Security. To see how we can help secure your financial future with the right retirement plan, see your CIBC Personal Banker.
The way I see it, my retirement is going to be great.
At CIBC, we're working to see what you see.
Forget rubbing and polishing silver, brass, and copper. Clean quickly and safely with the amazing product used by museums worldwide. Their secret is the patented Quicksilver cleaning plate. In hot water, simply dissolve washing soda. No, it's not ready yet, but watch this. Insert the Quicksilver electrolytic plate. Touch any tarnished item to it, and in seconds, it's sparkling. Clean many objects together with no smell or tainting. Pieces are instantly table ready. Quicksilver also cleans quality brass and copper, and especially gold, fine jewelry, even precious stones. Look how Quicksilver cleans intricate patterns that trap other cleaners. Simply revolve large items. Where water flows, it cleans. Quicksilver is environmentally safe and lasts for years. No mess, no fuss. The astonishing Quicksilver cleaning plate.
Only $19.95 and $4 postage. Call 1-800-427-1151. That's 1-800-427-1151 to order now.
Scotties are softer now. Pass it on.
Scotties are softer now. Pass it on.
Scotties are softer now. Pass it on.
From Scott Paper, our softest Scotties ever, in beautiful decorator boxes. Scotties are softer now.
Her name has been on the trophy 2 straight years, that of Sandra Peterson. She's trying to make it 3 in a row here in Calgary. We've determined our 4 playoff teams, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, Manitoba, Canada, Alberta, PEI. The winner tonight goes right through to the final. 2nd place, or the loser there gets a 2nd chance against the winner of this game. Then the 2 winners will meet in the final. Will determine the champions Sunday afternoon. So no 2nd chance in this game between Prince Edward Island and Alberta. The winner goes on to play the loser of the game tonight. First stone from the PEI lead, Susan McInnes, centerline guard.
And a very nice center line guard, remembering the free guard zone rule. That rock, if it lies between the hog line and the house, cannot be removed from play until after the third stone of the end has come to rest. And this is very typical for Alberta. Rather than trying to come around a guard so close to the rings, Cathy Borst draws to the open, trying to draw the play to the side.
Good shot.
Pretty solid looking takeout. It's actually pretty solid looking numbers there for Susan McInnes.
Whoa, whoa.
This is the area where you step the weight up that we mentioned in the Reading the Ice segment. If you step the weight up, it'll run very, very straight. Got to make sure you don't get it outside there, Lou.
Well, see, I thought Cathy would go to the inside-out turn because you're right, Ray. If you play that very far outside-in shot, it's pretty tough. Kate's strengths appearing to be in her draws. She's made some very nice ones.
Yep. Control. Whoa, whoa. Shooting. And a girl. Stop it. Katie.
Players being pretty steady over the course of the week. What you look for is consistency, of course.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Quick. Quick. Whoa.
And it just wouldn't sit behind that center line guard. Stops back 12 foot.
Very solid numbers there as well. She has hit very well, Deanne.
Deanne Shields missed the first 2 games Alberta played this week to attend her brother's wedding. So LaDawn Funk, the 5th player, played.
Good job, Dee.
And there's an example of those great takeouts.
Good.
Both these teams, Alberta, Prince Edward Island, receiving lots of support in the way of faxes and letters, and Prince Edward Island has received over 100 now from those in and around the Charlottetown area, and they want to thank everybody, as do the players from Alberta, for all the support.
Well, the rock's moved around a little bit, but it's been good hitting. The rock is in the rings. Very close to center line now, and Cathy's going to try and get a hit and a roll.
Stay close.
Deanne Shields.
A chance for a roll here. Rock, the stone would be behind the tee line, but
No. Hey, Dee. Okay.
There's the injured PEI lead, Lou Ann Henry.
Good.
Injured very early in the competition, and then Susan McInnes coming in, the 5th player.
Bump weight.
And it's pretty tough for her to sit in the stands today, obviously cheering very hard for her team.
First of the third stones, Kim Dolan here in the second end after we blanked the first. Alberta with last rock.
Hurry! Quick! Hurry! Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hey.
well, a very big chance now for Alberta to pick up the deuce. Get off to a good start. Kim must have been inside a little bit, Linda, right from the beginning, because they shouted right away on
I
it.
think so. Looks like you wouldn't have to pick in turns or out turns, one over the other, if you were scouting Maureen. Very consistent as well.
Hurry.
Hurry, it's there. Hurry. Hurry, guys. Hurry. Come on, right up. Right up. Right up. Take a look. Take a look. Yep, yep.
Want it back as far as I can get it. Just right across from the other stone if possible.
It's very important if you're going to play fairly wide open games to generate offense, drawing one in, getting the miss, and then drawing the second one in to get those even at the back of the house. Now, a bit of a surprise when you look at Kim Dolan. She has lots of experience, and her draws have been not up to her usual performance this week.
I thought for a moment, because that stone, the one she hit was a little behind, she may have played off and tried to roll in front, Linda.
They were very even, actually. A great job positioning the two rocks. Pretty tough to get a roll with that last one. Might take a couple, actually, before a roll's going to be very possible.
Now the angle's looking a little better.
The rocks are on the same side of center line, making it a little bit easier as well.
Normal. Yep.
You heard the indication. Hit this one here and over into this area here.
Normal. Hit and roll.
Hit and roll.
Very impressive, huh, Linda?
Very impressive, because as Ray mentioned, they weren't just simple draws and simple takeouts. She made all sorts of tough shots.
Well, think about the one she made against Team Canada. Facing two, she drew the 4-foot piece of the button.
Come on. Go hard.
There's the hit, and she'll move it closer.
Well, she's really been cool too, Linda. She made that comment to you yesterday. And you asked her what.
Yeah, I said to her, well, how do you stay so cool? And she says, well, you have to. She said, if you don't, then you're not going to make the shot. So just.
Well, you have to.
Yeah. Well, what do you expect, sort of thing. It was great.
Give me a break.
First stone for the Alberta skip, Cathy Borst, here in this second end. And Alberta does have the last rock.
Whoa. Cathy's been very impressive as well. She's had some bonus shots even. Those are ones that are game savers. So you can tell she's performed well under pressure.
Yeah, will the shooter stay around, or will PEI get the break here? Kim Dolan trying to draw it out, and it'll just hang on to the back of the 12.
Yeah, all over the place. Well, I didn't throw it good.
She kind of bounced it coming out of the hack.
That moved, eh? Yeah. Oh, I knew you had, you kind of rolled a bit, but I knew you had, like, normal, so I thought, no, it'll be okay. But it finished pretty big.
Well, the one thing it did do was spread the rocks out. I mean, it was close to a rollout, but when it didn't roll out, it did a pretty good job of moving the rocks around.
Yeah, nothing to roll in front of. No double possibilities.
Whoa, whoa, yes, yep, yep, yep. Come on, right up, right up, right up. Whoa, whoa. Good.
So the opportunity now for Alberta and Cathy Borst to hit for a pair here in the second end.
Got time that hit? Okay. Yeah. This time I'll try and get out of the hack better.
She kind of bounced out of the hack the last time, brought the stone to the ice surface, kind of a bang. And as a result, I guess she felt she was a little bit inside.
This is a little bit trickier spot, being out further at the edge of the 8-foot.
Clean. Off. Clean. Clean
She laid that one nicely.
Off, Katie.
Runs very straight here.
Shot, Kath.
She laid that down lovely.
2 for Alberta here in this second end. It's quarterfinal day at the 1995 Scott Tournament of Hearts. Linda, we talked about the coolness of Rebecca Jean MacPhee, and this was her final stone against Team Canada.
I believe she was up 1 at this point, and Sandra Peterson had one locked, and so Rebecca Jean had to hit the 4-foot with a cold draw, and that's what it was, a cool Rebecca Jean MacPhee with that draw. Right into the 4-foot.
For the win, 7-5. Rebecca Jean MacPhee. She has been just one of the stories this week here in Calgary, the 1995 Scott Tournament of Hearts. As we go to the third end, Alberta leading 2-0, and the first stone from Alberta and their lead, Kate Horn, is into the rings and sits at the back of the 4. This is PEI's Susan McInnes.
Well, again, it will be interesting to see what Alberta does, because we know they like to play wide open, and now they've got that early 2-point lead. And with that first one being brought in as well, we're going to assume that Cathy Borst will keep up the fairly open play and make Rebecca Jean MacPhee force the offensive play.
Kate Horn is an administrative assistant with EMCO Distributing. Now they don't want to leave this out in front, and you can see Cathy Borst trying to drag this. You said that this was great brushing ice, Linda.
It is. It's a nice surface, very crisp, and you can take the rocks a long way, and these are very, very good sweepers, so they do take it all the way into the rings.
Down a bit. Yeah.
PEI leads Susan McInnes.
Yep.
She's a controller with Campbell's Concrete. This is Deanne Shields.
That's it, Dee. Shot, Dee.
Statistics, and this is the latest plus-minus numbers.
Oh, very interesting, and we see that there are some differences. At second for PEI, a -5, rather surprising because Marion has played fairly well. This is when that you outcurl your opponent by 5% or more, you get a plus, and obviously if you're outcurled by that margin, you get a minus in the game, and this is the total after round-robin play. A bit of an edge for the PEI skip as well.
But as a team statistics, they're both at -1, so it balances out.
And we talk about statistics a lot, and Ray and I have chatted about it. The plus-minus indicates how well you outperform the opposing lead or second or third or skip. And often that's the best judge of how well you play, isn't it, Ray?
Because I think that, in a sense, stats, I mean, you can have a high percentage of easy shots in a particular game and drive your numbers up, and then all of a sudden you, in a game where it's closed, a lot of come-arounds, a lot of quiet shots, and you have a lot of difficult shots, obviously you're not going to make them all. And so the style of the game, too often predicts percentages.
Marion McCauley runs the veterinary college at the University of Prince Edward Island.
But they're, you know, they're a picture of the week's play. And maybe you'll find a weakness in someone, and they certainly give you a story on what turns individuals like to play more than others, and so you look for little things. None of the curlers live and die on stats, for sure.
That's a great draw, right to the edge of the 12-foot in front of that stone that's outside the rings, but not quite touching the side. So it's still in play over there.
You thought his Ray go in rather than put up a corner because you know that Alberta's just going to run him?
Well, Rebecca Jean had to make a decision within those first 3 rocks, you know, those first 2 rocks that she was playing, how she wanted to dictate this.
Trying to avoid the jam, of course.
With Alberta throwing their first stone in the rings, you can make a decision right there if you want to go up and throw up a corner, try and get your deuce back, or freeze to the face of it. Those are offensive moves, but she just exchanged the stones. So.
I like this. Doesn't matter.
This is behind the tee line.
Right.
There was an example of the exchange between a skip and a third. In this case, Rebecca Jean MacPhee with less experience, and Kim Dolan, of course, with lots of experience of a Scott Tournament of Hearts. But the final decision came back to the skip. Kim saying, you play what you feel best, and Rebecca Jean decides to try and play out the end with the takeouts.
Right off. Whoa. Great
Will it
shot.
sit in time? It does. Just hanging on. Now, World Championships, the Ford World Championships to be played in Brandon. We have some qualifying teams from Scotland, Kirsty Hay, Elizabeth Gustafsson from Sweden, and Brigitte Lamy from France. April 8th, our coverage begins from the Keystone Center. 2 draws a day. The Ford World Curling Championships here on TSN.
Great shots. Look where we're playing, right on the edge. And there is sometimes a little bit different ice out on the edges. Maybe a little bit of frost, but certainly less play over there. And those are terrific shots.
Marble.
Kim Dolan, her husband Liam. They own the Claudia Room, the Irish pub in downtown Charlottetown.
Great execution by both teams. Not difficult shots, but shots that require all the concentration. Good solid mechanics.
And the former sprinter is saving a little bit on that time clock, making her way down.
Control up a bit.
Control up a bit. A little more than control weight. The weight they refer to as their regular weight.
Wall off.
First stone for the Alberta skip, the mother of 3, the former Canadian junior champion.
Okay. Over there? Sure.
We've seen Cathy not execute great takeouts there. She bounced the one in the last end, and that one rolled out. But the one thing you do notice is she has that nice clean release. So if she comes sliding out a little bit offline, if you put on that clean release with your hand, you're usually going to get at least a piece of that stone, which she did in that case.
She's just 20. Rebecca Jean MacPhee studies nursing at the University of Prince Edward Island.
Just T-line. T-line. Watch it. T-line, girls. T-line. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Right up. Right up. Nice shot.
Top 8.
We're in practice. It's pretty big, so I'll try the out. Okay. A little more.
This is her first rock last end, you know, the one that she said I didn't throw very well. And just watch, sometimes what causes that is that when you go, she takes a good lift and a pretty good flat swing. What happens now is the body starts to move forward prematurely, coming out first, so the rock gets a little bit behind you, and then it drives the nose into the ice. And that's what happened to her in that throw. And here she is. Good flat swing that time.
You know when the swing is good and the set down is good because you don't make very much noise, do you, Ray?
No, that's right. The swing comes right from the pendulum. A couple of things can cause that bounce like that. As I mentioned to you, the body moving prematurely ahead of getting the stone. In other words, it's falling out first. And the other thing, which she doesn't do, that can cause that kind of a thing, is what's called a hitch. That's when you swing from the shoulder, but then you add extra height to the body as you by going up higher in your swing.
Cathy Borst couldn't hold the shooter, and so this will be a free throw for Prince Edward Island and Rebecca Jean MacPhee here in this third end.
Huh?
Just keeping it clean as we're heading towards a blank here in this third end of play. The opening quarterfinal of this 1995 Scott Tournament of Hearts. So it remains Alberta 2, Prince Edward Island nothing after 3 ends. The team from Charlottetown will have last rock when we return. We're playing for the Canadian Women's Curling Championship, the Scott Tournament of Hearts.
We changed the way you saw the world. Now we've made a world of changes. Introducing the new Ford Explorer, the only leading sport utility.
The greatest field ever? That's what some people are saying as our season of champions continues with the Labatt Brier. Our coverage begins March 4th. You can be there in person. For ticket information, call 1-800-667-1995. 1-800-667-1995. The Labatt Brier is in Halifax. Alberta fans, and there are lots, of course, as we play in Calgary, Alberta. Just the one sheet in play in this quarterfinal. We're playing on sheet B. It's 2-0 Alberta leading as we start this fourth end. Once again, the Alberta lead has come into the rings. This is Susan McInnes of PEI.
Yep. Whoa! Whoa!
Well, Cathy Borst will continue to bring the rocks into the rings like this, knowing that Rebecca Jean is just going to hit them and keep them in that 4-foot area. Then she can just play the game the way she so desires, which is really pretty basically simple up and down the sheet. So sooner or later, I think Rebecca Jean is going to have to ignore one of those stones into the ring. What she's waiting for, obviously, is for a rock to slip behind the tee line, so that she can utilize it by drawing to it or ignoring it completely and playing the corner, or just one that may come up tight or short. She can go around it.
And that's why we talk about leads rocks being so important. In this case, Kate Horn has to get that rock into perfect position, or PEI has that good chance.
It's really a great position to play all of a sudden, and not that it wasn't before, but there's so much more responsibility. It's really made that position tremendously exciting and pressure packed for the leads now. They can really dictate the
Whoa, off.
the flow of the game.
Okay, Sue. Good.
Well, this is the team mascot of Team Alberta, and it's called Willie the Worm. This is something from Kate Horn's daughter, Megan. And she said, Mom, if you're going to keep it by the ice, you have to put it in a sock to keep it warm. So Willie is in a sock, Megan, and keeping the team company.
Oh, strange. Okay, Dee.
Here's a chance now for Rebecca Jean to play the corner guard. Well, she's bringing it into the rings. It kind of surprises me, Linda.
Yeah, it's not too late in the end. We often talk about timing being so important, deciding with which rock to bring it in and which ones you can still leave out. But we are only on seconds rocks, and usually that's still a good point to try and get up that guard.
Gotta go.
Well, you're down 2 points. You've got last rock. You've got to force these games. You can't just wait. You're going to wait for Alberta to miss a wide open takeout. It may happen, but it may not.
Whoa. Good one. Nice job.
Of course, the winner of this game will go on to the semifinal and play the loser of our quarterfinal tonight. And that features Sandra Peterson against Connie Lalaberty. Team Canada, two-time defending Canadian and world champion Peterson against Lalaberty and Manitoba, herself a two-time Canadian and a one-time world champion from the Fort Rouge in Winnipeg.
Roll it in.
Now,
Okay.
it'll sit right there.
Now
in behind.
Let's wait.
Well, there's the first real chance. Rebecca Jean could have put a guard up herself.
Could have brought it back. No, that's a good way.
We'll just do that again, make it look a little bit more like a curling stone. In front of the tee line, right in this area here would be perfect.
Marion McCauley.
Where's the weight? Gotta go for
The problem with bringing that rock so close, you did get a nose hit, but that guard is now very close to the rings. It makes it tough to get by.
Okay. Should have kept you on it. Huh?
She had the good weight, but...
We in? Are we in the house? Yeah. Yeah.
Now spread them out.
No. Couple up.
Maureen Brown, the first stone for the Alberta third here in this fourth end of play. Maureen wanted me to make sure we said hello to all the residents and employees at the Waterford Senior Residence where she works. She said they'll all be watching today.
I got it.
Maureen is a waitress at the residence there.
Like that. Okay.
Since the first really aggressive attempt didn't work, that was the come around on the other side. Now Rebecca Jean is committed. She's going to continue to draw, this time trying to freeze to the yellow rock that's in the back of the 8-foot.
Wait only, guys. Wait only. No line. Really got him on. Now, come on. Go hard then. Hurry. Whoa, wait only. Whoa. No line.
They misbrushed that, misjudged that.
Well, it just didn't curl. It's not swinging quite as much today as we saw yesterday, Linda. Hasn't moved by that 2.5 foot swing yet.
Yeah.
So a lot more movement than that yesterday.
No.
It's not quite as warm in here today.
Whoa. Yep.
I'd like to roll away from this spot.
Yeah, you don't want to sit right there, otherwise you leave the 2 stones to freeze too.
Roll it on top of this one, maybe. Okay.
This is a golden opportunity now to sit down in front of those stones.
Okay.
So, Lindy, you tighten the ice knowing it's not curling quite as much?
Actually, the same ice should be perfect because that was where her stone ended up. They just exactly nose hit on that stone, and so the same path, same weight should get a freeze on top of that shot stone.
Playing the 4th end, 2-0, Alberta leading. This is Kim Dolan of PEI.
For weight. Little left. Whoa, if you can. Line's good. Yep. Come on. Gotta go hard. Come on. Quick.
This one's breaking more than the last one did.
Whoa.
That's a very nice shot.
That's a lovely shot.
It's going to be a busy year for Kim Dolan. She's the co-chair of next year's Unitel Canadian Mix to be held at the Charlottetown Curling Club.
Sorry. Yeah. Throw it hard, should. Just a piece. Right? Yeah. Okay. It's got to be just a piece.
Yeah, I know.
Just catching the corner of this one here. Moving it out
peel weight.
This way.
Okay.
Peel weight.
Think it'll go? Think so?
It's a tough one. It's a tough one.
It is tough. You're having to hit it the direction that has more rings to work with. If you could hit it out the side where they're going towards the boards, it's not so far to try and remove that, but you're hitting it across those 2, and if you jam it, you might even roll it behind that guard.
You know, I think we just catch the corner.
It's a very thin pick.
Peel.
Is there a danger as well, stepping up the weight, considering where you are on the ice?
That's a good point, Vic. You know, well, as long as she realizes it's going to run pretty straight, but as Linda says, she's just going to catch the corner of it. It's a pick.
Yep.
First of the skip stones here in 4, Cathy Borst.
Whoa. Yep.
Jammed it.
Yeah, that's why you play them.
Okay, Kath.
She hit it right on the nose.
Seemed like she was a little inside because she called right away with the sweeping.
A bit more ice. These are pretty good.
Well, maybe it was the ice problem that she didn't take enough.
Yeah. And we could have almost got nose if we don't sweep it at all. Let's look where you're
No bouncing there.
No, nice set down. It looked to me like she might have been a touch in.
She almost hit it on the nose, not quite. A little bit of roll the outside. It'd be better, as you heard Maureen say, if we'd hit it on the nose, then we would be sitting right in front of it. But they were trying the pick, so Rebecca Jean is drawing to the open side, the other side, away from those 2 stones, I believe, she indicated. She could come down and sit on the face of the yellow stone and be by 2, but spreads them out. It's a chance for her to get her 2 points, and it's a good illustration for our viewers how you can utilize rocks behind the tee line to generate an extra point.
Just full 8. Full 8. Full 8. Close.
Going to get this in for second shot.
Full 8. Bring it right back, Sue. Bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it back. Even.
Very nice shot.
That was good for Kim to stay with that one because they wanted them even, so there was no double takeout possibility. So a great throw by Rebecca Jean and nice sweeping.
Oh, this turn. One more. Okay. Okay, stroke control.
Right there's fine.
Hit shot, Stone.
Yeah, she's hitting the out turn, hitting the stone just to the back of the forefoot.
And she's just trying to stay there. She's trying to force a good play on it by PEI.
Final stone for Alberta and Cathy Borst.
Yep. Hurry! Ball, clean! Ball! Clean! Clean only. Check, Kath. That's it.
5 games in 24 hours for that front end. Sure, there's a little weariness in their arms.
You like this way? Okay. Okay.
Becca Jean has a hit for 2.
And a tie game after 4 ends of this quarterfinal.
Like this turn because this is what we were throwing, eh?
Should be all right if you hit it a little bit on the broom side, because there is that yellow stone further over that you might be able to come to, but you can't get inside on the center line side of it.
Right up! Right up!
Final stone.
Clean! 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 Yep.
Looking to hit and stick for a pair that'll tie it up after 4 ends.
Come on. Good shot.
Right there. 2 for Prince Edward Island and Rebecca Jean MacPhee. Cathy Borst will have last rock when we come back for the 5th end of this quarterfinal of the 1995 Scott Tournament of Hearts. Quarterfinal day at the Scott Tournament of Hearts. And here's our question. Chris Pizzarco, Cathy Pizzarco, Barbara Rudolph, Cathy King, of course now Cathy Borst, and Julie Sutton. Each won the Canadian Juniors twice, but what did Sutton do that the others did not? Think about it. We'll tell you the answer a little later. As we return to our 5th end of a 2-2 tie now, Prince Edward Island against Alberta. Team from Alberta with last rock. This is the first lead stone for PEI's Susan McInnes.
We are in 8. No, just a second. Oh, it caught something.
That caught something. Look at the handle spinning. It looked like the weight was pretty good, but it picked something up and spun a little bit. Ended up in a good spot, though.
Ended up in a great spot.
You like those. You don't like the ones where they miss after that.
Got something.
She was out pretty wide and it was definitely heavy. You heard Kim Dolan say, it's in, it's definitely in. Then all of a sudden it just started to spin, as you mentioned, Lou, and it stops in the perfect spot, about 3 inches from the rings, right on the center line.
Kate Horn has 2 children, Christy 14 and Megan 11.
Going to the wide side with this. Again, Cathy counters that guard by coming into the rings on the side, trying to pull the play away from the guard, hoping for maybe a rollout later by PEI, and then she could go after the front rock.
Good job, Katie. Go this way. Normal suit. Okay.
This is the 3rd Scott appearance for Susan McInnes, 89, 92, and now as a 5th player. Skipped her own team, though, this year in the PEI Women's Super League. Finished 3rd in the playdowns. Look at this. We'll just dig in and hold on and stop edge of the 4.
Remember that Alberta's 2 came on a nice hit and roll behind a center guard, and then a mistake by PEI led them to split the house, and that's how they generated their points earlier.
Inside or off the right out of the hack.
Really quiet. A little bit light, yeah. Okay, got it. That's where line off. Okay. Yeah.
You guys gotta wait, Marion. You put her there.
Chance for the come around for Kim. It's not Kim, is it?
No, it's Marion McCauley. She won a PEI mixed championship in 1986.
Or wait. Brooke. Go ahead. Where's the weight? Okay, bump it.
The initial call was the come around, but it's curling too much, so they're trying the little split or bump.
Go, go, go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Nice shot.
Remember, Alberta with last rock here in 5.
Quick control, wait.
Deanne Shields, we told you she's a music student studying elementary music at University of Alberta. We've done all kinds of announcements, but this may be the first help wanted.
I told her we get 15% of her annual salary.
She's looking for a job. So if you're looking for an elementary music teacher, call Deanne Shields. Anywhere in Canada, but she'd like to stay in Edmonton, of course.
Come on, come on.
She said she'd go anywhere.
Straight back. Yep. Normal. No.
Well, that was a very nice shot, but because that rock was so close to the guard, now it's a fairly simple tap, hitting the first one onto the next and getting rid of that yellow one.
Nice thing about that, Vic, that announcement is that if you're someplace in this country and you're looking for a second for your curling team, and to find you a job, you got a great second.
That's right. Marion McCauley. Oh, and it didn't work out very well.
No, it didn't. It wasn't too much separation, but her rock over curled, and so the angle was wrong on that hit.
You hate to pick up 2 and then give 2 right back, don't you, Linda? It's just...
You do, and that wasn't as difficult a shot as when Alberta generated their points earlier when they got a terrific hit and roll, so you hate to give up a situation like that. Need to split the house now.
Great brushing by Cathy Borst, Maureen Brown, Kate Horn to drag it into the top 12. Good starts by both Kim Dolan and Maureen Brown. As you say, Ray, she's, you know, she may be -4 in terms of plus minus, but Maureen Brown has really picked up her game through the last few games of round robin, and again here in this quarterfinal.
Look through the stats for Maureen. She's had some fantastic games and a couple of low ones, so she's kind of been a little bit inconsistent. But as you mentioned, Vic, the last little while, last 2 or 3 games, she's played much better. Or more consistent, I guess. I'm sorry.
Pardon me. Kim Dolan couldn't hold the shooter. So the other side, says Cathy Borst. Maureen has 2 children, Chris 14 and Tennille 11.
Going to have a look at the weight between the hog lines. Then later in the game we can sort of test out the draws that are coming down the ice and see at the second hog line if we think they're going to make it.
Hurry, right up.
That's
Hurry,
14.6.
Hurry, good sweep, girl.
That's very fast ice, and that's good brushing because it's been closer to 14 seconds between the hog lines for previous draws. So they brought that one a long way, and those are very tired sweepers.
So from hog line to tee line, that's about 24-second ice. That's what it's been all week. Sometimes getting a little faster than that.
Oh.
Kim has been a fixture in Prince Edward Island.
Yep. Well, yep.
Curling, this is her 6th provincial championship. She's played 3 PEI mixed and also won 3 PEI juniors.
concentration. Green takes lots of time to get set. Swing, good extension. She's got great strength in her legs, and as she extends, she follows through. And you see her body drop. It's a great extension. She does a little bit of visualizing the hack too. You can see her sit a little bit. And great job.
Go for this one, get the roll? Yeah, okay. Yeah? Yeah. Normal? Yep. Normal.
She's holding herself with her legs there. Now the extension, and that's so important not to collapse the body. You can see just as she releases the stone, the body extends and follows through. Good strong legs to play this game.
The first of the skip stones, and this is Rebecca Jean MacPhee of Prince Edward Island, Alberta, does have the hammer in a 2-2 tie.
Also very strong mechanics. May have got this started a bit, Linda.
Kim called right as she released the stone.
Okay. Turned in.
Short little backswing, gets it out pretty well and holds the body right here. Nice and high. Now a release. May have just got that turned over a bit. Maybe just started it so very little, but it doesn't take much. And it just curls and rolls out. She wanted to stick in behind that corner if she could.
First stone for the Alberta skip, Cathy Borst here in 5.
Cathy has a good flat swing. There's the good lift from the shoulder. Gets it out. Just a little lazy with it sometimes, and that's where she has that little bump. You got to be so careful in this fast ice, Linda. You can't be coming out of there like a rocket.
No, that's right.
Right up! Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa.
Well, Maureen's trying to talk to that one. The sweepers looked like they weren't too worried, and it will stop in the back of the 12.
Okay, I went back to you.
The curlers do talk to them, and sometimes they answer.
Yep.
They don't answer. I think I've told you this story before, but listen to the curlers first of all.
Yeah. I like that. Think it. See it all, eh?
See it all.
You like this, or you like to cross the house?
Try and sit right here.
And she's also talking about trying to get the hit and roll across the top.
Yeah, she could play
Like the hit and roll? I do. I think. What? This? Hate to wreck on the guard.
Yeah, I think at this stage
I like
of
this
the
better,
game,
yeah.
it's a simpler shot. She has the option of rolling in. If she rolls in for shot, Cathy has to remove it and has to stay for her 2 points. And the other one, she's dealing with the extra situation of guards, not guarding necessarily the stone, but just being beside. And sometimes that gets into your mind as well.
Yep. Whoa!
Final stone for Prince Edward Island.
Close. Whoa! Yeah! Whoa! 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 Whoa!
There's the hit. Look at this roll. Is this something? She's going to sit right on top? Oh, my. And she'll be there for shot stone, Rebecca Jean MacPhee.
You have to touch it. That's where you had to the draw. You had right here to the draw.
Well, we like the call, and also you've got to like this delivery. Came out beautifully, nice weight, good release. They were on and off with the sweeping. Kim's the right one to be in the house for these line calls. She's got the experience to know what to do, was ready to sweep it, and look at the great angle. And what was great, too, is after this shot was completed, Cathy Borst looked, saw the red one was shot, and put up her hand and said, good shot. And that's the kind of curling game it is out here.
Now she's got a chance to get a 2 here. All she has to do is touch the red stone. Oh, and she can see about a quarter of it.
Corner, we get 2.
Just touch it. I heard her say. Right there.
Put the broom down.
Just move it right to there. Okay, for 2.
Same way as last time.
Yeah, this is virtually the same shot for Cathy. That's a bit of a bonus for her.
So the final stone, and trying to score her 2.
Whoa! Off! Right off! Right off! No line! No line! Nope! Nope, nope, nope!
It's not going to come over enough, is it? Not enough. Will it hang around for a shot? It may have, and just 1 yellow. And so that great hit and roll by Rebecca Jean MacPhee almost steals her a point. And Cathy Borst has to settle for 1 instead of the 2. The shot she thought she would get. We're going to the 5th end break, thankfully. It's the Battle of Alberta against Prince Edward Island here in the opening quarterfinal of the Scott Tournament of Hearts.
Rust. What it can do to the outside of your car, weak, neglected antifreeze can do to the inside. You need the tough anti-corrosion.
Stay with us right after the game for the TSN Turning Point, and it's brought to you by Interstate. Rebecca Jean MacPhee of Prince Edward Island holds Alberta to just 1. So as we go to the 6th, it's 3-2 Alberta leading. Prince Edward Island with last rock. The first stone of the end from the Alberta lead. This is Kate Horn.
Well, it was a great roll by Rebecca Jean. There's no question about it. It was a shot that Cathy Borst had played before, Linda. It just it must have just ran a little straighter, or she got it out a little bit, because the weight was almost perfect.
It was. It would have just tapped that red stone a little bit and given her the 2.
Stop, Katie. Stop, Katie.
A couple of choices here. Rebecca Jean could tap this back, or she could hit out, of course, is what she's doing, or she could ignore it and play the corner. It's full in the 4-foot, so that would be pretty risky, maybe. But you will see it done lots of times, especially in Halifax.
Nice shot. Hold on, Sue.
You'll notice an interesting thing about Kate Horn's delivery, which I hadn't really noticed before. You see her great numbers. She throws with a bent handle broom. And a bent handle broom is often used for sweeping because it's a little bit easier on the arms and wrists. She doesn't use it for sweeping, and that's the first time I've ever seen that.
Well, she just feels more comfortable with it. Hand positioning.
Good job, Katie.
The key about throwing with anything in your hand, and of course we throw with our brooms or our brushes in our hands, is that you've got to make sure that the legs are always doing the work. Otherwise, it's very difficult to slide out your lines. Straight.
A little bit more weight. Yep. Yep. Gotta go hard. Hurry. Whoa, whoa. Go on, Sue. Wait, eh?
Alberta's still in control of this game. It's slight control, but one up without.
The PEI second is Marion McCauley.
A little bit different today, just the one game out there. Usually we saw the 4 sheets of action and lots of action in the stands as they were cheering for all the games, but all eyes focused on sheet B.
No. No more than clean. Come on, come on, come on. Okay. Okay.
And the shooter will spill out as well.
4 foot deep.
This is Deanne's second year with this team. The other 3 members have been together 3 years.
Oh, no, no. Clean it. No, off. Good. Oh. Job, Dee.
Good weight control there.
Take a roll. Get a roll. Yep, yep. Okay. Okay.
So the 2 teams continue to exchange stones here in this 6th end. Look at this. Pope, Martin, Wernick, Hackner, Burtnick. Best Briar field ever, that's what they're saying. Jenkins, Campbell from PEI, Brad Height from Saskatchewan. Of course, our coverage all begins on March the 4th, 2 draws a day. It's the Labatt Briar, the season of champions from Halifax.
Right off! Right off! Good shot.
We've seen a lot of play to rocks that are almost touching the edges. It's been a very interesting game that way.
I like this. Yeah.
This is a chance, I think Rebecca Jean certainly has to take advantage of it. Is to come down and sit in front of this stone right here like so.
Kim Dolan.
Where's the weight? Gotta move. Wait on. Whoa, lots of room. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Right off. Nothing. Never.
Well, remember back when we were showing the statistics early, it was Kim Dolan's draws that were
Okay, Kim.
weakest, and a great chance there for PEI, but it's going to slip through the rings.
Maureen Brown, yep.
Yeah, pretty good numbers for both. But sometimes, as we mentioned, it's the key shot that you have to make, and that last one was a big one.
Easy.
Yeah, it was a good chance, Linda, to get a rock anywhere in front of it. You don't have to be frozen to it. If you just get in front of it, it makes it a little more difficult to get out of there. So you can't, just can't throw it through.
Right up. Right up. Come on, you're going out deep.
Ice is pretty quick today. Ice is a lot harder, crisper. You used the word earlier, crisper, and it is today. Because there's less participants out there, less air circulation because of the, the movement of other players and other sheets, and it's not so warm in the building, so the ice has stayed a little bit harder.
Okay, do you want to hit and roll? What? Do you want to hit or matter?
You're not seeing the big swoops we saw yesterday.
No, that's right.
And we sure did. How much was the ice moving yesterday?
We got to 4.5, 5 feet, Vic.
Kim Dolan, final stone here in 6, with Alberta leading 3-2. And Prince Edward Island does have last draw.
But it was consistent all week. Only the one day where they had the problem with the temperature outside and the plant wasn't strong enough to hold it, and they cooled off the roof, as you mentioned. But it would swing about 2.5 to 3 feet to start with, and then it would go to about 4 or 5. Weight was pretty good, Linda. Just maybe lying a little bit, eh?
Huh?
Of course, when you don't throw it to the brushers, it does react a lot differently. And that one, they didn't touch all the way down.
That one near the side of the house? I guess so.
The only good thing was it sort of tucked around the corner of that yellow Alberta rock.
Yeah, quite neat.
Cathy's afraid to play down to it in case she would happen to tick her own. So they're going to draw to the open side, try and spread these rocks out and keep them even so there's no double takeout.
Cathy!
She could hit it and roll just...
I should pick it.
Roll to the center.
I could pick my own out.
She doesn't want to hit it. She doesn't want to hit her own, so she's gonna spread them out. What they were talking about is picking this one here out, and you heard Cathy say, "No, I want to draw to the other side like so, and spread them out right there."
Okay. T-line. Just try not to go back too far. This one's T.
Let's remember that about 14 seconds, even 14 and a half seconds between the hog lines is about draw weight, so it's very fast. And got to be in there with this one.
Cathy Borst and the first skip stone.
No!
So if it's at 14 seconds at the hog line, then we'll know it's close.
T? Right here, T-line!
Should be pretty good.
Yeah, it should be close,
T-line,
Linda.
guys! Hurry!
Oh, they've left it a bit too long.
Hurry, 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 right up. That's
Just had to brush it a little more.
Now you could hear Kate Horn say sorry.
Hit and roll, or do you like this?
Okay.
Deanne Shields, Kate Horn, the front end of this team representing Alberta from the Otwell Curling Club in Edmonton.
Okay, playing the hit and roll. Coming down, hitting this one here. And trying to roll over into this area, over into here.
Yeah, nose isn't bad, because if she goes after it, then...
That was a good roll.
You are the squiggle king, let me tell you. Yeah, well then.
Go ahead, she's just... We're going to see her again, Linda.
Throw a hit and roll in. Another one here, she trying?
Trying the same sort of thing as last end, a big hit and roll to try and take away this end.
Come on! Whoa, 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 whoa. That's good. Good.
Not this time.
Cathy has to be careful now.
Second and third shot belong to PEI now.
You're the leader. No. Okay. Just off nose.
You can hit this here.
I'd worry more about make sure we have second, eh? Yeah.
Roll there to be second shot.
Here?
She could, if she wanted, come down into this area here, draw down in that area, and split them out to lie two. If she rolls out or hits it on the nose.
What was the weight she just threw, you know? Okay. Just gotta hit this a little on the inside, make sure we roll it in.
Then you allow
It's gonna be control.
Rebecca Jean to make a play for two. Can't hit it on the nose. Now it allows Rebecca Jean the chance to come over and just touch the stone back and pick up a deuce.
Needed the inside roll.
Where do you want to come? This way? Okay. Okay? Yep. Yeah, that's fine. There? Yep. Normal? Okay. Yep.
What's interesting, she's going to play full hit at it.
No. She's going to play normal hitting weight. Your options are, of course, to play what she's playing. She could play either turn if she's playing full hit on it. And she's playing this out turn hit like so, just to hit it for two. She could take more ice and play it a little quieter just to tap it back like so. But she's playing the full hit. If you are playing a full hit, you could play the in turn as well, as long as you got onto this side of it.
Do you have a preference, Linda, one or the other?
Well, the only thing that makes you nervous about throwing full hit at this, if you ever happen to come a little wide, you'll pick your own out. give up 3. If you happen to come a little narrow, you'll jam and maybe give up 3. So you have to be right up with this one.
Whoa!
Looking for the hit or roll a little inside for 2.
Yeah, she's throwing big weight at it, too.
Yep. Yes!
That's what I was talking about. They almost let it go too much.
That's too big a weight for a shot like that, I think.
1 yellow.
1 yellow. It is 1 yellow. Steal of 1 for Alberta.
Huh? Put my weight up.
It's now a 4-2 game. Borst ahead of MacPhee. Maureen Brown.
Clean. Good.
Right there. And so Rebecca Jean now facing 3 Alberta stones.
Go here. Yep. Contour normal.
Kim Dolan. Little hit, stick, or do you want to roll and try to tuck it in behind that one, biting the top of the Atlantic?
They'd like to roll it over, and this is a big shot. When your third can come through for you and set something up when you're facing 3, it's huge.
Right up, Susan.
And they can't hold the shooter.
Yeah, I guess so. All right. I know, but then she's got to roll back here. Yeah, I know. So which way do you want to go? Yeah.
They were just talking about how deep to bring this one in. They'd already decided on the out-turn draw. They don't want to bring this too deep so that they don't allow a hit and roll.
A little more. A little less, sorry. Good? Yeah, like even with that one that's more stubby. Little last yet. Okay, what is it, 14 and a half?
First stone for the Alberta skip, Cathy Borst, in the 7th, and she leads 4-2.
Okay, right here. Whoa, right here. Whoa, 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 whoa.
They wanted it to stop right there. Not bad, but wanted a little further forward.
What do you like? I mean, here's a good shot. She's just gonna blast you. Yeah. So might as well get yeah. So normal. Yep. Thing. My son's in drawing. She's just gonna hit me at anyway. Once I put it down perfect. What?
Really doesn't have a lot of options, does she?
No, they looked at drawing for a moment, but I think the hit's a shot. The only decision is, do you go for the big roll or do you sit there, hope to exchange shots, get your one, and move on to the next end?
One. Good. Let a girl. That's it there, right?
Well, we could, but let's make sure we hit it first. Okay.
That's right, Cathy. The roll would be nice, but right in the nose is a good shot. Make her hit the stick. What Brown was talking about is rolling over to the other side and behind the other stone, maybe make her draw.
And after getting the steal last end, Alberta would like to get another here.
Yeah, that's good. Here. Maybe move it a bit so she doesn't have the same shot, eh?
Roll a little bit, Cathy says, and then she won't have the same shot. Good point.
Roll. Clean. No. Clean. Off. Clean, Katie. Clean. Roll away. Yep, Kate. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. Okay, that's a good shot.
Can't hold the shooter, but it'll still force PEI to play the hit stick for the one.
I don't know why that didn't curl. Good.
Chosen the out turn. Outside in shot.
Put it out. I don't know.
Nose, it'll do it.
Who knows? Gotta keep away careful.
Talking about how tired they are in the Alberta team.
Five games in 24 hours. That's a lot of curling. As you're saying, got to keep awake here. Keep concentrating.
Doing pretty well so far. Making some great shots. And here's the pressure on Rebecca Jean MacPhee.
Final stone, 7th inch. She gave up the steal of 1 and 6. Needs one back here to close within 1.
Don't touch. Keep it clean. Clean. Okay, good.
And she will sit right there for her single point. And so Prince Edward Island gets 1 here in 7. She's within 1. Alberta with a 4-3 lead. But Cathy Borst from Edmonton will have last draw. Time now to give you the answer to our Husky historical moment here in this first quarterfinal. Our question: Chris Pizzarco, Cathy Pizzarco, Barbara Rudolph, Cathy King, of course Cathy Borst, Julie Sutton, each won a Canadian Juniors twice. What did Sutton do that the others did not?
Well, she won a World Junior Championships. That's the Canadian Junior win, and the following year went on to capture the world title in Chamonix, France.
And won the Scott Tournament of Hearts as well. One and all, Julie Sutton, the Husky historical moment, is brought to you by Husky Oil and their retail distributors of mobile lubricants. Lots of support for Prince Edward Island here in Calgary, and support from back home. The team has received over 100 faxes. They trail right now as we go to the 8th end. 4-3 Alberta. Cathy Borst will have last rock, and there is a long center line guard.
And that's really the first mistake that Kate Horn has made. When the center line guard goes up, Cathy Borst has been calling the lead rock to the side to try and draw the play away. And that time Kate was through the rings, and it gives Susan McInnes a chance to come around that guard.
Even short's a good shot here. You don't have to, just not to be long, as long as you're not
Where?
deep.
Halfway. Whoa.
She wants it out in front, I think, Linda.
Go on, Sue.
Yeah, that's what you called.
Yep. Because that one was not quite on center line, there's a better center line guard for her, so a good shot. Whenever you do this, you do risk the chance of the other team peeling off the two guards, but it is a tough one. These aren't that close together.
Go up. Go.
The Alberta lead, Kate Horn. Barely caught that one. Throughout the week, everyone has wondered, when is this Rebecca Jean MacPhee, just 20, ever going to show the pressure of playing for a national championship? She hasn't so far, Linda, and I'm wondering if the fact she's trailing now and the mistakes she's made, have they been pressure related, do you think?
No, I don't think so. Maybe a little bit loss of focus. They're all a little bit tired, perhaps, but it doesn't seem to me it's the pressure that's getting to her.
No, I think really, Linda, that maybe just a little inexperience when she played the hit for two. As we talked about, I think that's the kind of shot you should play with just quiet weight, tap back weight, back line, or light hack maybe.
Okay.
Our season of champions continues with the Labatt Brier. Our coverage begins on Saturday, March the 4th, 2 draws a day. Then it's the World Junior Championships, men's and women's, 25th and 26th of March. The final, the semifinal and final of the World Curling Tour from Selkirk. And the Ford World Championships from Brandon. Yes, it is a season of champions on TSN. Deanne Shields.
For the double. Great shot.
Well, what I was just talking about, a little bit of a loss of focus by the PEI team. That last guard that was positioned set up the double by Deanne. And that's the kind of thing is, as it's coming down and you realize that they're going to be grouped, maybe sweep them and try and get a bit of a rub off instead of just letting them come together. You've got to, with every shot, stay on them and make sure that you position them the best you can. And we were talking about, you were just referring to that takeout that Rebecca Jean played, but you have to remember that Kim Dolan is in the house with her, and when they discuss and come to the conclusion of the shot, it's the two of them working together, and Kim didn't make any changes to that too, and she's got the experience, so they just got to really think with every shot.
Marion McCauley puts up another center guard.
Peel.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. Pretty hard. Girl, G. Good shooting. Shot.
Kim Dolan settles in. This will be the first third stone here in this 8th end.
For weight. Right here. Great shot. Normal?
Normal.
With the ice being a little different today, are the guards we found earlier in the week during round robin play, the guards were very difficult to put up because it was so keen. Is it a little easier today, Linda?
Probably is a little bit easier, but without the big swing, it may be a little tougher to come around and stay buried.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, it's back up. Whoa!
Don't want to jam it. That's what she was a little worried about, just chipping it.
Maureen Brown. Well, there's no doubt. We saw earlier the two missed draws of Kim Dolan, so she's struggled. Maybe in this case the numbers are indicative.
For weight.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Good one.
Well, two nice guards put up by Kim Dolan.
And if you've scouted Alberta, you know that Cathy Borst isn't going to play a come around on that Kim Dolan guard. She's just going to step up and ask her third to take it off.
Trying to take it as far as they can. And they'll take it right to the edge of the 12, almost out of play.
You got to be careful about putting another one up, though, I would think. The 2-on-1 shot.
Up again.
Better get this tight if you're going to go up.
Rebecca Jean MacPhee and the first stone for the Prince Edward Island skip here in the 8th end. Alberta with the hammer.
You want this tight if you're going to play it in front.
Don't touch. Don't touch. Nice weight, Rebecca. Nice shot.
No, I tell you, this is a good percentage. You could close the game out here.
Copy.
The danger of this is that Alberta has 2 stones to your 1, and you put this stone up here like so. Sure, she could peel it, but she's not going to. She's going to make the play right now to put, maybe to put this game away. And she gets around to this stone like so, anywhere in this top 8 foot, this area here, right in here. She's really in good position to score 2 points.
But Linda, then there's the other side. The ice hasn't been moving. If she leaves it out, then that gives PEI the chance that they can roll behind.
It does, and it's clear that Rebecca Jean has decided that she's down the point and she wants to go for it here. She's probably hoping that if it doesn't work out for her, she only gives up the 1. And if Cathy puts it in well, that may be tough to defend against.
It's a percentage. You get 2 shots to 1. Okay. This is a percentage. Just, maybe if you're in the 9th end and you want to come home or something, but this is a chance, an opportunity.
And she leads.
She gets
4-3 and has last rock.
She gets a deuce here, boys. She puts a lock on this game.
Again, that front end working. Kate Horn and Deanne Shields. Look at this. My goodness. Absolutely sucked it in, and it's come back maybe a little too far, sitting back 8.
That's the danger, and it is coming behind the tee line. You have to make sure maybe you take a little extra ice, because even if you're short, if you stop the rock right here, even half covered is a good shot. If you stop it in here, as I mentioned, it's a good shot. Anywhere in here, so you're talking about 6 feet of error. The thing you don't want to do is come behind this tee line. They had to brush it to get it by the guard. So,
did the amount of finish surprise you, Linda?
No. It looks great. We were not sure. We haven't actually seen a lot of come-arounds. Alberta's generated their points on hits and rolls. So we'll see if Rebecca Jean can find the path to sit in front of that yellow rock.
Well, Rebecca Jean threw the guard up, so this is the opportunity she wanted, obviously. And I agree with Cathy's call. Just that she didn't get it in the right spot, that's all.
How much weight? Whoa, never!
It's got a lot of weight, too. It's going to have to slow down here.
If she just touches it and bounces into the open, it'll be a hit for 2.
Okay.
Quiet tap back for 2 points. So remember, this game is a game of pressure still. This is only the 8th end. Rebecca Jean took a chance when she threw that up in front.
Yeah, well, the other one, Skinny's a guard. This one we don't have to come so close. Touch more weight? No. No.
So the final stone for Alberta. Cathy Borst here in the 8th. She leads 4-3. And a chance for 2 more.
Ball.
She's got to move that red rock at the back of the 4-foot back about a foot and a half.
Right off, right off. Right off, close, D. Yep. Whoa. Yep, can't hurt it. Yep, can't hurt it. Yep. Shot, Cass.
Tap back. Boom. 1-2 for Alberta and Cathy Borst. She could barely watch, but she can now watch them put 2 on the board and a 6-3 lead for Alberta. Any more weight at this? And the brushers really didn't touch this stone very much, Linda.
It was a beautiful shot. She set it up with the first one. It came a little deep, the first one, but it worked out all right when Rebecca Jean was also deep. And you're right, Vic, they didn't sweep it, but it started to move in nicely. About the hog line here. And the perfect weight. The other opportunity in 5 when she had to tap back, she didn't make it. This time, no mistake.
For 2. And Rebecca Jean MacPhee. Well. Conversely, there is Cathy Borst, who now leads by 3, 6-3 over Prince Edward Island as we go to the 9th. Prince Edward Island with last rock.
Well, I'll just close it off by saying that I don't like to call the short the guard. If you're going to play the guard, you have to play it very tight to the rings, not leave it halfway like it was. I think Cathy Borst made a good call when she went around it. She did go too deep, and so Rebecca Jean could have got out of the situation. But Cathy Borst had put that rock top 8-foot half behind, top 12-foot even half behind, top 4-foot half behind. It's a great opportunity to score 2 points. I don't like the call.
Stop. Go 1-2.
What would you have done
No, you don't
then, Moosey? What would you have just thrown it into the rings and let her hit on it, or
You could have gone around the corner if you wanted, or just played it away from the corner guard and played it in the center and hope she didn't get the perfect roll on you or something.
We don't want to tick because that leaves 2 corners.
If you play it in the rings, they're going to play the hit. Cathy's going to play the hit, obviously, and try and get a roll someplace. So you want to play it away from the roll if you can.
Kate Horn.
Well, nice end for Kate. She gets to throw the 2 through, trying to keep it open. The 1 corner guard is up. It cannot be removed from play because of the free guard zone rule, so they're just going to leave as few rocks in play as possible, whereas PEI wants to get lots of rocks out front.
Susan McInnes. As Linda told you earlier, this would be the 3rd time these teams have met. Alberta winning in round robin 6-5, and then in the tie break last night, the seed break. That game ended up 8-3, and this one is a 6-3 lead now for Alberta as we play in 9.
One of the things I did notice when Rebecca Jean... Oy. The things I didn't notice when Rebecca Jean put that stone up, Cathy had started to walk up towards it, and it was Maureen Brown that called her back and said, just a minute, and she turned and she looked at the scoreboard, which was facing us, and she looked at it and then she went back, and we couldn't hear what she said to Cathy, but then they decided to go around the guard. And I think Maureen said, Cathy, this is a good chance. This is a good chance for us to maybe close this game out. Now, it worked out well, and sometimes they don't. If Rebecca Jean comes around and freezes on the face of that stone, then you're going to have to draw for 1.
Good job. Normal. Good thing.
Marion McCauley.
Yeah, I think so.
For weight. Halfway.
right, Marion.
This is just the opening game of our quarterfinal Friday. Coming up at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, it'll be Sandra Peterson against Connie Lalaberty. Team Canada from the Cali in Regina against Lalaberty, the Manitoba champion from the Fort Rouge in Winnipeg.
And of course, that game tonight is a rematch of the 1994 Scott Tournament of Hearts final. But this year, Ray, we're seeing a new Connie Lalaberty, a new gift that loves to draw.
She could always draw before, but she always leaned a little bit to that defense like we talked about, Linda.
Good weight.
But boy, in this round robin, she's played offense, and she's played it big time. As a matter of fact, a couple of occasions she played offense when I think she should have been playing defense.
Yeah, right.
Sure, she's sitting back at the hotel and say, "What do you want from me?" One day you tell me I don't play enough offense, the next day you say I'm playing too much. But no, she played very, very well. Played very aggressively all weekend, and then obviously ended up with a great record. We should have a wonderful game today because Sandra Peterson is ready, I think, to play. That's for sure. She's our reigning champion.
Fair. Yep, good way.
Connie and the girls from the Fort Rouge Club have had a terrific round robin.
Peel. Peel or normal? Peel.
PEI trying to move that guard around and find a spot that Alberta has trouble removing it. They've done a great job this game with peeling off those guards.
Whoa.
Kim Dolan and her first stone, the PEI third.
Go back.
Here in 9. And
Where?
they're desperately trying to get something going.
Bring it deeper. Deeper. Yep. 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 Right back. Come on.
Try and get it behind the tee line so that if the green brown hits and sticks, of course, then you can freeze to it.
Normal.
Best shot here is to hit this and roll out of the rings, in my opinion.
Yep.
Maureen Brown.
Yep. Hurry hard. Hurry hard. Whoa. Nowhere. Whoa.
She rolls to the edge of the 8-foot. Now a key shot for Kim Dolan, who Linda has struggled with her draw weight, and she has to find it right here.
She has to, Vic, to get something going, and they can corner freeze this and be shot. But even if she's in front of it and not shot rock, at least it will be difficult to remove, and maybe later they can count that point on a good shot.
Tab for line. Come on. Gotta go hard all the way. Come on. Quick. Come on. Come on. Quick. Go on. Come on. Hurry. Come on.
Susan McInnes, Mary and McCauley trying to drag it up as far as they can.
No. Could pick it.
Not enough, Ray? Not close enough?
Do we have to worry? Well, yeah, she could skinny bind, just tap ours out or some stupid thing.
We're talking about hitting it.
You want to go the other side?
Talking about picking this, hitting
Think
that
go away, I think.
out that way.
So, well, whatever.
Roll over here. Whoops. Try and roll over here
See
like
what the
so.
girls think.
The first thought was just to draw down to this side here and lie
See what the
two.
girls think.
She's up 3.
Needed to come more, didn't it?
If it had been in the full 12-foot, as you can see, it would have been closer to that yellow rock and would have been much more difficult to remove.
I think they hit the right shot, in my opinion.
Control here.
Just need to hit it on the broom side, and it will hit. Even if it hits off the yellow one, that's okay.
Control up maybe a little bit here.
Cathy Borst. And the first stone for the Alberta skip here in 9. She leads by 3, 6-3.
Yep. Your way, Katie. Your way. Right out. That's it. Good job.
You know, Ray, you made a good point about Maureen Brown. I've noticed several times now in the end of this game, she has led to a good decision by this team, and of course good execution on this shot as well.
She does it very quietly. I noticed it all week, actually. Linda, she struggled in a few games, but boy, she's come up with some big games as well. But she's got a great influence on this team, and she's, you know, she's obviously got lots of experience in playing this game, and I think that was the right shot to play there.
No, I agree with you. Good call and great shot.
Whoa. Looks like lost.
No.
Gotta swing. Whoa. How much?
Get it around. Yep. Come on.
Trying to get it by now and bring it just behind that yellow rock.
Okay.
Just too heavy and hung out.
This Alberta team is very impressive. They just go quietly about doing their job. Get it out of there. Roll to the other side. Try and stay in the rings this time if you can, and then you can force your opposition to take a single.
Okay.
First job is to get it out of there. Second job would be nice to stay, and then you force PEI to take a point.
Quick. Hurry. Right up. Whoa. Job, Cap.
Good throw.
She'll sit right there. And so Prince Edward Island and Rebecca Jean MacPhee.
Just want to come down and move it back, or do you want to hit it? If you feel more comfortable doing it. You want to hit it? Yeah. Okay. Go that way.
The top. Let's go to the top. Okay.
Just right there.
Yep.
Change your mind there, Linda?
Well, it's a skip's decision, but I agree with her. If you throw big weight at that shot rock, and if it rolls too far, it's a little harder to control the line with that weight. Then, of course, the other Yellowstone in the house would be second shot, or is second shot, but it would be shot rock. So I think the tap's the better call.
She trails by 3, desperately needs the single here to go to the 10th, trailing by 2.
Whoa, how much weight? Close.
But also without last rock.
Clean. Keep it clean. Yep. 1, 3. Come on.
Quiet tap back is what she wants to play for their single point. And right there.
That's kind of the way she should have played in that other shot, Linda, that chance for a deuce.
She doesn't make the same mistake twice. 1 on the board. Alberta leads by 2, coming home with last rock.
paper towels that soak through and let go. Now they're Scott Towels Ultra, the extraordinary new paper towel with holding power. New Scott Towels Ultra, the ultra-absorbent, ultra-thick paper towel.
There are some things you can't put a price on. Fortunately, safety isn't one of them.
Hi, roadside assistant.
Cantel Amigo for $19.95 a month with no setup fees and no long-term commitment. Because if you had to put a price on safety, this is it. Cantel Amigo.
Working with my son, it's a great feeling.
In calving season, we're going good 20 hours a day, every day. You've always got to have a truck.
We have a Ford 150 Super Cab. It does some work.
Rough roads, pasture, got lots of horsepower, and it gets there. No wonder it's Canada's best-selling vehicle. Oh, I've learned everything I know from them, so hopefully I'm doing it right now.
As the thermometer drops, dangerous crystals can form in your car's engine, threatening to shorten its life. That's why today's Quaker State has engineered intelligent oil. Oil that senses the changing.
This is how we got there. There's that steal of 1 in 6. And the missed opportunity, of course, for 2 in 7. Big points in this game, and it's Alberta leading 6-4 as we play the 10th in Prince Edward Island.
Hey, Sue.
Without last rock, and there is a big key, Linda. First stone, Susan McInnes, and she couldn't put up the guard.
Last end, she actually hogged a guard attempt, and this time it's going to slide into the rings. That means it can be removed from play, and that's what Kate Horn will try right here. That's the key shot of the whole end, getting that guard up.
No question about it.
Shot, Katie. Atta girl. Shot.
It must have come up very late. So she seemed to be outside all the way down, did you not?
Oh, a little bit, but as I mentioned before, with a clean release, you can be a touch outside, and it'll still move enough at the end to catch a piece. This ice is pretty nice today for peeling those rocks off. Not too much swing. Of course, with that extra weight, it will run a bit straighter.
Susan McInnes.
Where? Yep. Go over. Quick! Come on! Quick! Quick! Come on! Come on! Hurry! Right up. Good squeezing. Okay, Sue. Good one.
But it's the 4th rock of the end, and now you can peel. Not at the World Championships, though.
No, that will be different.
Whoa!
4 rock rule.
No. Get over, Katie. No.
Not this time.
Okay. Peel. Where are we going? Inside?
So something to work with. It would be a big steal of 2, though, for PEI if they're going to get themselves back into this game. Marion McCauley.
Yeah, a little breath, Linda.
Got to keep these rocks spread out, trying to avoid a double kill on them.
Go hard, yeah, to get it by. Yep. Come on! You do it. Come on! Hurry! Come on! Quick! 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 Right back! 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 Good one.
Nice shot.
Deanne Shields.
Yep, hurry!
be watching that mailbox for applications, Vic.
Roll it, Katie. Right over. Shot, Pete.
And then we'll be looking for the first commission check to the Linda, Vic, and Ray employment agency.
I told her it was 15% of the annual salary.
Over the hog is good.
What?
Over the hog is good.
Over the hog.
These are actually pretty tough to throw because you're trying to keep the rocks as far apart as possible.
Where?
Guard weight's about, 15 and a half, maybe even more between the two hog lines.
Yep.
Marion didn't look too sure coming out. I don't know whether it was just a little bit of stumble, maybe some weariness showing in Mary.
Just a little bit of balance problem coming out.
There's 16 seconds between the hog line, and it still slides that close to the rings.
You hit it on this side. Yeah. Yeah, right there. Same thing.
Get all of them.
Throw peel. Hit it half here. Okay. Whoa. Quieter. Yep, peel. Yep.
So she leaves really just the one way over by the boards in play.
She throws the up weight very well, too. She's good control.
Time and rocks running out on Prince Edward Island here in this 10th end, trailing by 2, 6-4, and without last rock.
Whoa. Good one. Pretty one. Doesn't matter. Keel? Normal.
Normal.
Maureen Brown.
Whoa! Whoa! Off! Whoa! No! Whoa! Whoa!
That's big weight. I think she threw peel weight when Cathy thought she was just asked for normal weight. And I think they talked about the weight before she threw it, but she threw big weight. This is what she says.
Kim Dolan's numbers have come up a little bit, but the story certainly is Maureen Brown playing very well at third.
I'll give you the same turn.
Yeah, sure.
I don't think Cathy Borst will be anywhere near this arena tonight if she should win this game. It looks like she's going to. She'll be at home in her PJs with her little slippers on, watching the game on television.
A lot of curling for that Alberta team.
Boy, she's been here. She came here at noon hour. I guess noon hour for her noon hour draw yesterday, and she played the afternoon draw, the evening draw, then a 10:30 draw, then back at 8:30 this morning, was it?
That's right.
Gee. Not a schedule for a senior, I could tell you.
We better go this way. Okay.
But you both know too, when the adrenaline takes over and kicks in, it's something that's going to hide the weariness.
But winning helps too, doesn't it? Yeah, sure. And then I really believe that she felt so good about the Canadian her game against Team Canada that it didn't put her down at all for this, you know. And I think if you go out there and maybe get blown away or something, then it's different.
So Prince Edward Island with 2 stones left. Rebecca Jean MacPhee. And it appears a great run for this 20-year-old skip from Prince Edward Island is coming to an end at this 1995 Scott Tournament of Hearts, and another wonderful story will continue.
One more rock.
Cathy Borst.
One more rock.
One more rock. Maureen says we get out of here. One more rock. I'm getting out of this building.
Yeah, it's one or the other. Yeah.
And they have been the two great stories this week here in Calgary, Prince Edward Island and Alberta.
Yeah, they have been, Vic. They really showed a great deal of consistency and maturity. I'm sure Rebecca Jean will go back and analyze this game, maybe particularly the shot in the sixth, the
You
steal.
got lots of room. You got a ton of room. Just wait. Come on now. Yep. Come on.
Try and bring it now to get it to bend a little more.
Come on. Okay.
And a little hint of sadness, I think, on the face of Rebecca Jean MacPhee.
Well, whatever happens, you've done very well for your first Scott. Good week, eh? Yeah, extremely well. You should be very proud of yourself.
You bet.
Yeah, those are great comments by Kim.
You bet.
And she's absolutely 100% correct.
She sure is. It's taken a great effort by this lady, Cathy Borst of Alberta. Played very well today, and she can end it right here.
Clean. Hurry, right up. Clean.
No white. And Alberta will move on to the semifinals. Cathy Borst and her team from the Otwell will win at 6-4, running PEI out of rocks, and it has...
Not crying.
Kim Dolan said it's been a wonderful week for them, and there's the quiet, maybe the quiet leader of that Alberta team, Maureen Brown.
Well, we'll just let her soak this up because that's a great feeling. We've mentioned it a couple times, 5 games in the last 24 hours.
There you go, Skipper.
She's looked really strong.
I'm going out the back door. Okay. Yep. Thanks a lot. Thanks very much. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Alberta wins this opening quarterfinal 6-4 over Prince Edward Island. And now Cathy Borst will play the loser of tonight's other quarterfinal between Manitoba, Laliberty, and Team Canada, Peterson.
The Trevor Linden Bauer hockey stick.
Interstate, and Ray, it came dramatically in the 6th end of play.
Well, I think in the 6th end, Rebecca Jean has a chance for a deuce here, and so from her point of view, she has a chance to get control. This is actually a swing of 3 points. Instead of getting 2 points here, Vic, she gives up a single. So that really gave control to Cathy Borst, and she never looked back from that point on. I believe that's your turning point.
Alberta would go on to a 6-4 win over Prince Edward Island. Cathy Borst from the Otwell in Edmonton. A cash donation will be made to the Coaching Association of Canada for the training and development of coaches in amateur sport on behalf of TSN and Interstate. Fresh power guaranteed. It was a great run. She was quite the story. Rebecca Jean MacPhee. Yeah, you had a wonderful run. But the run continues. Just as big, also a story for Alberta and Cathy Borst. They're still alive. Cathy's with Linda.
Well, actually, Vic, I've got Maureen here, and we were just chatting about the game. It was an excellent game.
Yes, it was. It was well curled on both sides. Good game.
And we were saying how impressed we were with the way you work with Cathy. Several times it seemed like a decision that was key to the game came from you. Do you work together like that all the time?
Very well. Yeah, we've been together 3 years. I've skipped for, I don't know, 20 years. But her and I work really well together, and we can go back and forth with shots, so there's no problem, which is good. Yeah.
It's very good. And it's been a bit of a marathon for you. That's your 5th game in 24 hours. So what's the plan now?
Sleep. Get something to eat, go to bed, and then we curl at 1:30, I guess. So we'll be ready.
So you have 2 choices, Team Canada or Manitoba. Have you got any favorites there?
Doesn't matter, either one. You know, we've all year through Northerns, provincials, everything, we've come the hard way, and so we're used to it. We'll do it again.
Well, it was a great crowd for you all week. Of course, your great record didn't hurt, but they're really behind you. How does that feel?
It's been great. All the people in Calgary, everybody in Alberta has been behind us, and all kinds of telegrams, which we appreciate, and all the fan support's great.
Well, we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
We thank Maureen for filling in. We understand Cathy Borst not feeling so well, and understandable considering 5 games in 24 hours. As the media gathers around Rebecca Jean MacPhee. 1 quarterfinal is now done here at this Scott Tournament of Hearts, and there's still another very big one to come here on quarterfinal Friday at the Scott Tournament of Hearts.
Rebecca Jean, we were just chatting, and again, congratulations. Just a terrific week.
Thanks so much. We're really pleased.
You were telling me that this is the best record ever for a PEI team.
Yeah, we're last year was one of the better records that we've had in quite a number of years, and we're pleased to have outdone it.
It's a long, long week. You came through right to the playoffs. Alberta played very well today, a bit wide open, but made some really key shots.
Yeah, Alberta played really well. That's their game. They've played that way the 3 games we've played them, and we tried to get them into some jump, but it just wasn't working.
Well, we've really been impressed with your play. We chatted yesterday about how cool you are, that you don't mind those pressure shots. You've made some terrific draws to win games. How do you do it?
I just have to put the pressure out of my mind and just think you're out. Just to throw this shot, and there's always another end.
Well, we're really impressed with the way you and Kim have worked together. She seemed to be a very key part of the team as well.
Yeah, Kim's been wonderful all week, both on and off the ice.
Well, thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks.
Yeah, remember last year, Shelley Danks got through a tiebreaker? Well, she has gone one better, Rebecca Jean MacPhee. Yeah, her other nickname is Barbie. So some Alberta fans have put together the Cathy Borst Barbie doll. March the 4th, that's when we'll be in Halifax, the old clock tower by the Citadel for the... Deanne Shields. Hi, Mom. I'm playing well and looking for work. We'll have more when we come back to Calgary. Bonner. And then it was another win over Manitoba a year ago. Sandra Peterson looking to make it 3 straight. What a wonderful story this week here in Calgary. The home team, the Alberta team of Cathy Borst from the Otwell Club in Edmonton. The former Canadian junior champion in her first appearance at a women's national championship. And the skip they call Snow White has been absolutely wonderful. Cathy Borst is through to the semifinal. And after round-robin play on Thursday, it was Manitoba all alone in first place at 10-1, followed by Alberta, PEI, and Team Canada at 8-3. Those 4 teams qualifying. But then they had to determine second place. Alberta a win over PEI, while Team Canada beat Alberta. That set up the first quarterfinal. Alberta, Borst, a winner over PEI. And so Alberta now awaits the loser of the game between Team Canada and Manitoba. Peterson Laliberty. The winner goes through to Sunday's final.